Good morning. It is probably in the mid upper 40s, not cold but chilly. And my sun hoodie was wet from coming in the rain last night. I changed and got out of the wet clothes when I got to camp. It was cold putting on this morning, but I got layered up over it. I'm kind of used to it now. My hat was also wet. I'm not looking forward to shoes. I wore my Tevas when I got out a few minutes ago to go to the bathroom. I have my insoles out of my shoes. I'm sure they're still wet. I am wearing dry socks from last night, and I'll hang the other ones up on my pack to dry today. So yeah, where I'm at right now is I just have to get these wet shoes on and get finished packing up. It's about 5:37 or 5:38, I think, and we plan to be walking at 6 a.m. I guess I better put these wet shoes on and get to going. It is 5:58 a.m. and I'm all packed up. Hollywood is buttoning up the finishing touches. We're about ready to start walking. We'll see how this pass is. We're 2.5 miles from the top of the pass. We've had 3 people walk by this morning from that gigantic camp back there. The first one came through at like 4 in the dark. I don't know who that was. Then Paranoid came through slightly after daylight. And then some girl comes walking through and she starts yelling, "Look who it is!" It was Fireball. So somehow, she said she stopped early yesterday. She was back at that camp. So we passed her in the last day and a half. I was thinking about that. Since 1 p.m. the day before yesterday through yesterday, we did 36 miles. Which is pretty good for the Sierra, I think, so we shall see how the rest of today goes. With any luck, we can be at the VVR boat dock by 4:30 p.m. Now we have Selden Pass, and we have the wildest river we've crossed so far. But if we can get like 15.5 miles plus like a mile side trail, so like 16.5 miles in by 4:30, we can make it to VVR today. It is Friday, and the comments in Far Out say it's pizza day. So Hollywood says we are pizza blazing today. All right, we already had that first water crossing. There was like a jumble of logs. There's a little bit of a line. The girls we've been leapfrogging with the last couple days were there. I waited my turn in line, was able to keep my feet dry. Hollywood thought he was gonna go another way and rock hop. He got soaked, like up to his knees in the water. So as soon as he got around, he took off, presuming his feet are freezing and he's warming up. So I will catch up with him shortly here. But man, what a beautiful morning. We were anticipating constant snow fields for 1.5 miles before. However, we're 0.6. We put on our spikes when we got the first couple snow fields, but we've had a lot of dry trail, a lot of water too, a lot of water. The snow is still good and hard. Hopefully it stays that way till we're back down the other side. We had to go through this ice water. Ooh, Hollywood did pretty good. I got all the way in it. We are somehow got slightly off trail following boot prints. The trail is somewhere to our left. We gotta figure that out. Okay, we're near the top of Selden Pass. It is 8 a.m. We got up and over Seldon. You've seen a bunch of views on the other side. And we've been following boot prints in snow. Up until right now, it's been mostly snow. The last boot prints were taking us straight down a hill and across a wide creek. So I pull out the map. Wrong place. Wasn't too far off though. We had to backtrack and we found a pretty decent place to cross. Right now it's just kind of intermittent snow, hard snow, slush, and water and mud. Good job. We are approaching this river crossing that's supposed to be the wildest one we'll cross, according to the guide. And then our friends ahead of us, this is the one they messaged us about on the Garmin the other day. Saying one of our friends kind of got swept downstream. They were able to get him out safely, but so to be very careful. There is some type of alternate, but it's like divide and conquer, a bunch of tributaries of the stream. We'd have to go back up the mountain and do a good bit of bushwhacking for that. So we are going to the stream and we're going to check it out ourselves and make a decision. Hopefully we can just cross and without any problems, and that'll be that. It's fairly wide. It's fairly quick. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to. I'm concerned it's deep over there. I'm wondering if we can't go right here. One thing's for sure, it won't be filmed. All right, we made it across. There was a couple spots it was pretty swift. A couple times I had a hard time getting my foot planted because the current was pulling so hard and there was a slick rock. But we were able to get around it all and get across. Now we're gonna get some water here. Paranoid caught up to us, so we're gonna wait till he gets across as well while we're filtering water, and then we'll be on our way. We got our pass down and our big river crossing down, and it's only 9:30 a.m. Hollywood and I had just stopped for a brief break. Started walking again. We rounded a bend, heard a bunch of noise from behind us. And we turn around and Hollywood says, "Who the heck is that?" And I'm looking through the trees. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Guardian. We hadn't seen him since Kennedy Meadows. And he left a day or two before us. But apparently he had gotten off trail and went home for a couple days. So now he was yelling, "How'd you all get in front of me?" But anyway, small world out here on trail. It's odd how people just kind of ebb and flow. People you think are way ahead of you ended up or behind you and vice versa. All right, having lunch. Guess who's in the background? We can't get rid of her. She says she's leaving us, but she shows up.
You showed up first.
I mean, you were here first, I guess, actually. I'm having salami and my spinach flavored wraps. Pretty good. All right, just had lunch, and while we're at lunch, we came to the realization that there's also a trail right here that takes you to VVR as well. So we can go directly to VVR, 4.2 miles this way, or stay on the PCT 4.2, then take another 1.5 miles, and then take the boat. So I think we're gonna walk this way. The only caveat is now we can't take the boat because I got to keep my footsteps connected. So I think we're gonna walk this way, and then we're gonna have to walk back one of the other trails when we're done at VVR tomorrow. There is one option though that'll take us just past Selden Pass. So imagine let's get some more intel on that and figure out what the situation is. Either way, we're headed to VVR one way or the other here. We just may not be taking the boat because we gotta keep those little feety steps connected. Other than that, I'm just ready to get there and take a shower and wash this thing because this new shirt I bought after we did laundry, and it stinks really bad. We went to a barbecue right after I got it, and I've been telling Hammer Hollywood that I smell like fast food. This morning he got behind me, we were walking, he's like, oh my gosh, you smell just like McDonald's. I smell it now. So I definitely need to do some laundry. Fireball, how long you been sitting under that tree? How many hours you been sitting there?
What time is it?
It's after 1.
I probably got here at 12.
Oh, okay. All right, Fireball says she's coming to VVR too, so off. We're off. We're on this alternate route to VVR. I feel like lately we've been on alternate routes more than we have the PCT. But you know, the Sierra is a beautiful place. And as long as my footsteps are connected, there's no reason why we shouldn't see as much of the Sierra as we can. We just got the worst news all day. We just stopped here to filter water. Fireball walked by and said that her map updated and we're still like 6 point something, like 7 miles basically from VVR on this trailhead. So sorry, I'm getting dive bombed by mosquitoes. There were like 5 of us up there looking at the map, and it was showing only 4.2 the way we're coming. However, that must have been pulling on the actual trail going the other way. So it looks like we're not only, this isn't even a shortcut. We're taking a longer trail, but now we've already gone over a mile, so it'd be longer to turn around. So we're just gonna stick with it. We're seeing an extra 7 miles of the Sierra this way, and then to keep the steps connected, who knows how many. That other trail's a lot longer than this, and the other trail's probably 10 miles coming out. So it is what it is. Nothing else to say. It just is what it is. Hollywood's just laughing over here, shaking his head like, okay, let's walk through the Sierra. And some pretty dense, thick pine forest now. Looks like we are exiting because we came from that way, the John Muir Wilderness. We're getting close down here by this lake, but it still shows we're almost 2.5 mile walk. This 4.2 that turned into like 7.5 is less than lovely, let me tell you. Oh, there's a road too. Maybe it's a road walk. Wouldn't that be nice? Because we have been rocks, roots, more rocks, and water. Now we're walking down an older paved road, kind of in ill repair. Does not look like it's used often, if at all. May not even be open, I don't know. All right, that looked like some kind of water control devices. Maybe when I guess when the lake's too high, it lets water out there. So maybe that's a good sign. There's no water in it. With all this snow melt, we've been walking through water, but so it looks like this last 2 miles may be a road walk unless we go back in the woods somewhere. Both of our feet are hurting. Probably just because we've been walking in wet feet for like miles and miles and miles and days. And anyway, I am ready to get here and take these shoes off and have a shower and do some laundry so I don't smell like McDonald's. And most importantly, I want a beer and some pizza. 1.4 from this place. One thing I don't know if I explained or not, if you take the trail to the boat dock and take like the water taxi back and forth, it's $20 per person per ride. So one of the things that factored into our decision to do this long walk around, that ended up being longer than we realized, was to save $40 a person. So at least we've saved some money. That's our silver lining, I guess. All right, check this out. We got stone-fired pizza tonight. This is what we're walking 20 miles for.
Get to at least that lake. Hopefully get over the pass. But like at 2:30 in the morning or something, I think that river crossing.
All right, so it's getting late. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all good night now, so I can go hang out and try to upload another video. So we're at Vermilion Valley Resort. It has been great fun so far. It's been great to have pizza. We had wood fire pizza. Man, this hat is driving me nuts. Wood fire pizza was $26 for a pizza, like a personal size one. A beer for a can was $5 for domestic. A can of water was $2.50. Gatorade was $3.50. To use the internet was $20. I did pay it, and I'm working on uploading my second video while I'm here, so I guess it's worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a tent city. They allow us to tent camp here for free, and then the shower was $10, and then like I said, internet 20. All in all though, I spent less than $100 here for food. I also bought an $11 bottle of bug spray to help with this next couple days. So all in all, this was a great stop. I'm gonna go sit down over here and hang out with some people for a little bit longer, and so I'm gonna go and tell you all have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. And